Hello ladies and gents, I'm the Rev, and this is Starpoint Gemini Warlords. And today we're looking at their brand new DLC, Cycle of Warfare. So if you have the base game, you can of course grab a copy of this. There's a link down in the description below. Or if you wait to the end of the video, I will be giving away a couple of free copies. So, up to you what you want to do. So today we're looking at the challenge mode, Pirates. Now the other challenge mode is Aliens, and that video will be coming up shortly, in which I may give a copy away of the base game. So you definitely want to like, favorite, and subscribe. Anyways, so when you first start, you start in this ship. It's a destroyer, and you start with $7 million. And I turned the fog of war off for you guys because personally it drives me nuts. But you have this one little green area. You cannot turn any other areas green. You have this one station. This is your home station and your fleet, and the only way you can get your fleet is by capturing ships or breaking into stations, prison stations. That's the only ways you can actually get ships. You cannot make them yourself because, as you see here, we have no space station. We have no giant station that has upgrades and everything else to trade, all of that. None of that is existent. So it's almost kind of like the old Starpoint Gemini 2 game, except in this you're a pirate and everybody hates you. Now the goal of this is to free all of the stations that look like this, right? You see how it's a regular looking station versus this one here that has the chevrons. Chevrons means that it is not considered a free station. It is considered an owned station by whatever corporation happens to own the surrounding area. So the goal in Pirates mode is to free all of these stations. Now, like I was saying, there's a couple of ways to make your fleet. You do start again with 6 frigates, and then whatever these guys are in, they are rolling in frigates as well to begin with. And these are your War Masters, and they're just like in the base game. They level up. When their ship gets blown up, they get sent back to your home station and respawn there with the same ship that they were blown up in, but they don't get any of that experience from that combat, I don't think. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to jump forward to a save that I already have set up that's a little bit farther along. Alrighty folks, so here we are a little bit further along, and you might notice, ooh, he's got a lot better of a ship. So let's go jump in the dock and I will show you guys what I was able to capture. Now if you haven't played the game, this is the largest class. It is what's known as a carrier, and I caught one. I basically worked my way up, capturing better and better ships. So, you know, I started in the same thing everyone else does. Then I went to a cruiser. Then it was a battleship. And then from the battleship, I lucked out because it is a roll of a dice to a certain extent when you're under 50. Actually, it's always a roll of the dice because I've had stuff at 98% and fail. So it is an RPG aspect that lasts a little bit. But, of course, the more troops you make it through with to the very end, and the higher percentage rate of capture, the more likely or not you're going to get the ship. So I happened to get a really lucky roll, so I got this carrier. Now, when you start, you're going to want to go right to your perks, go to Warfare, and make sure, I think all of these guys right here, all of these have been already filled in for you. And then hit the negotiations. You want to hit all of those. Now, you can see here I've captured 17 ships. And what I haven't done is try to do the pillage points. At the point I do the pillage points, which is basically, and I'll show you guys, we'll go out and capture something. It will, of course, unlock Savage Chief, So, and basically at this point, it just makes it so it's easier and easier for you to take over ships. So that's the first thing. Make sure you get your negotiations. Whatever weapon systems you like using, I would say hit those and hit weapons training, just because it reduces the reload time, so you can fire your heavy weapon faster. Those are the two big things. So weapon system you like, and then any and everything you can think of that has to do with capturing. Jobs board, and you can run all of these. From what I've found, the best way to capture ships is to do the search and destroy, because you may run into a head bad guy, but in that process you're going to have cruisers, and as you get higher up it'll be dreadnoughts, but you'll have multiple chances to capture ships versus you're just fighting and defending. Installation assault, you're just going in, blowing that up and getting out. Time delivery, you only can capture a ship if someone tries to capture you or you fly through a nasty group. Now, another way to make money is right here, bounties. And if you happen to pick up the Deadly Dozen, then you'll have additional bounties, and that's all these guys in red. And make sure you find this guy and take him down. 4.4 is a little cheap for him. I mean, you know, they could have put the bounty a little bit higher, but you know, take him down. It's all good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go jump to a prison, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is. Oh, where's one? Here we go. To do this. Alrighty, folks. And depending on where you go, there may be surrounded by mines, but once you get close enough that you can deploy your troops, do so.
Security is on the way.
You'll see that, yeah, we've got some ships coming at us, but yeah, I haven't seen, they've been all destroyers, corvettes, relatively easy ships.
All weapons fire at will.
And you won't be able to take them over, but that's okay.
Target destroyed.
I'll show you guys that here in a sec. So now that there we go. We freed the prisons. And one sec, come here, dude. You didn't die. Alrighty. Ooh, did you see all that yellow that popped up? Let's see. Now so far I've gotten battleships, gunships, just everything. I think these are randomly generated, so you never know what you're going to get. We got 3 cruisers, 3 destroyers, 3 frigates, 3 corvettes, 4 gunships. Ooh, and the other one was even better. So we get a carrier, a battleship, destroyer, frigate, corvette, and a gunship. So what I'm going to do is just first... Oh, okay. Everybody join me. So what we'll do is we'll go back to our station, because there is a credence to what I am doing, and there's a reason I'm doing things the way that I am. So hold on one second. Let me get these guys back. Alrighty, folks, we're back, and I got my little fleet here, which is the one we had before. As you can see, this is what we got for taking out of prison, and there's like there is a lot of them. So first things first to keep in mind is that you can do whatever you want with the ships. So you can go through and just scuttle whatever you want and make a bunch of cash that way. You can do that to buy, although it won't be that much, so it's more for buying upgrades and such. But the important part is that you have a group that is going to come after you as you generate more and more threat. So you can see right here, I've kept my command points specifically as low as I can. This is my attack fleet. When I use it, a lot of times it's just me and this carrier because that works for me. But you can see it's only 2,300. When you start letting your fleet number get bigger and bigger and bigger, then you're going to start getting surprise attacks from the 51st Legion. And that's not going to be good for anybody. So, again, the way you hopefully be able to get around that is build a small, potent fleet. That's it. It's not real hard. So all we have to do now is go capture a ship. That's alrighty. Well, can't find the cruiser, so I'll just show you guys how to do a frigate. It's real easy. Now, the bigger ship you have, the more troops that you get, the higher you get everything unlocked, the more troops that you get. And that's the important part, because it's the troops that you wind up with here when you hit this little red triangle that determine whether or not you capture the ship. Now, medbay, you will get some stuff back. And I'm just going to push through here. And we're at weapons control now. Pillage right here. This is what will give you your pillage points if you choose to do it. In fact, we'll do it. But you can see it eats a bunch of your guy. It eats a bunch of your Marines. Now they can't shoot at me, which is always good. And it's still enough because it's a frigate, and I'm so far along that I should be able to take care of it easily here. And at this point you got 3 choices, and 2 of them are different than the main game. So you can make it a part of your fleet, you can put it in your garage so you can then go and use it yourself, but you can't move it to your fleet after that. Once it goes to the garage, it's in the garage. Or you can just flat out sell it. Alrighty folks, and a few things to keep in mind. You cannot conquer any territory. You can only take over these stations that do not have the chevrons above them. And if you would like to get a free copy, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a couple of people from the comment section, and all you have to do is follow me at TheRevPlays, and all one word, and then Z at the end, because that's my luck. Of course, there's a link in the description. Like the video, this video, and subscribe, of course. And then in the comment section below, let me know when was the first time you found my channel. What video? Was it a Starpoint Gemini video? Which one? Let me know. I'm very curious.
Realigning course. Engaging sublight.
Alrighty folks, well, that is pretty much wraps it up here. As always, I am the Rev, and this has been Starpoint Gemini Warlords, Cycle of Warfare, the new DLC. Of course, you're going to want to like, favorite, and subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you get all notifications. I release videos at least 5 days a week, 5 to 7 days a week, and then I live stream a couple of nights a week. So you want to make sure you don't miss any of that. And if you'd like to help support my channel, though, of course, down in the description, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can do that. But at the very least, please like the video and share it so that hopefully I can continue to grow my channel and we can give these devs some much needed publicity, because this is a damn fine game for how much it costs and how many hours. I was at 450 hours before I even got into this DLC. So keep your heads down, your ships up, and I'll see y'all again real damn soon.